got a Challenger behind me. See if he wants to do.
They said bye-bye.
Yo, what's going on, my YouTube family? Your boy Bruce, Custom Motors, back with another amazing video. This video is going to be of why I picked an Audi A5 2.0 turbo over a Audi S5, a Audi RS5. The reasons why and why I'm happy I did it. So I'm gonna give you the top 5 reasons. So first and foremost, just to keep it real, we all know why I did it, and we all know why a lot of people do it. From a budget perspective, you know, Audi RS5s and S5s cost a lot more than a Audi A5, A4, A3 2.0 turbo. So from a money perspective, it just makes sense to get a cheaper car if you're on a budget. Like I said, that's if you're on a budget. Now, I know I went crazy on my car, and I could have bought an S5 or RS5, but I'm very frugal. I don't like spending money. So in addition, I'm a really, really big car enthusiast. So what does that mean? That means I like to build. I like to get things and make it into something out of nothing. I love the fact that I took a regular base Audi A5 and I put it in a position where I can park beside a Lamborghini and they give me the thumbs up. From aesthetic perspective as well as a performance perspective, I love the fact that I was able to push this engine to the limits, and when I beat someone, they have the impression that they're being beat by a car that's a higher power, or a car that can perform more traditionally, not knowing that this is actually a 4-banger. So the first thing is it's just more cost efficient, and also, you know, with the upgrades that I put on my vehicle from just a performance perspective, it's cheaper. I'm still winning from a cheaper perspective, and I get to say this is something that I built. You know, I've always been big on built, not bought. Now, before you think I'm dogging and downing RS5 and S5 owners, my brother has an RS5. I've owned an S5. So, love the cars. I just like what the 2.0 offers and, you know, the level that I can take it at. So the second thing is, at the end of the day, it's practically the same car. I mean, it shares all the same parts and the components. Everything is interchangeable from the S5 and the RS5. Other than the transmission and the engine, you're looking at the same vehicle. You know, like a lot of people know that follow my build and my mod list, I actually did a rear facelift on this vehicle as well as a front facelift on this vehicle, and it has RS5 parts. So it's the same car. So why not get the 2.0 and save money and just upgrade the parts for a cheaper price? See, we're looking at value right now. We're looking at value. So that's going to be the second thing. The third thing is from a performance perspective, and I'm sorry to say this, guys, from a performance perspective, I can get a lot more out of a 2.0 than I can an S5 and an RS5. Now, that's stock. And when I say stock, I mean that's just the stock platform, because with any amount of money, you can do whatever you want to any car you want. So I'm just saying, from a stock perspective, I can get pretty much more horsepower out of this car than an S5, especially when we're looking at the S5, the 4.2 to S5. If you notice, Audi got smart. For the 2019-2020 RS5, they went with a smaller engine, a 2.9. So they understood that there was a big demand on smaller engines that were supercharged or turbo. So they actually said, you know what? People are buying the A5s, the A3s, the A4s, the S3s, and because the S3 has a 2.0 engine in it. So why don't we get this weight reduction down with a smaller engine, a engine that people can tune, an engine that people can play with? There's a lot of people that understand that there's a lot of enthusiasts out there that like to do things with vehicles, like you got the people with the Subarus, the BRZs, and they understand that people like to tune the car and modify it, just like people tune and modify Honda Civics and SIs and all those different things. So they got smart and they made it a smaller engine that now can be tuned because it's now turbo. Whereas when you were dealing with the older generations, the S5s and the RS5, they had the 4.2 liters in there. But now, don't get me wrong, those are great engines. They sound really nice, but the only thing about those engines is it's not much you can do from a tune perspective. You can put a smaller pulley on there.
Head east, then turn left.
Sorry guys, got a little distracted. People kept coming up to me while I was in the spot, so I had to switch locations. So like I was saying, from a tuning perspective, it's not much you can do other than a smaller pulley on a S5, RS5. They have some tunes, but it's not the bang for your buck. And now the 3.0 turbo on the S5, like I said, once again, Audi got a little smart with a smaller displacement engine, where they can, force induct it, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to mod a S5 or RS5, you're looking upwards to almost $10,000 to $15,000 to get a supercharger. And those numbers are not even crazy insane for the amount of money that you're going to spend on it. So it's really the best bang for your buck to get a smaller platform to be able to get better power gains. And why I say better power gains, right now I'm currently quicker than S5 and the RS5. Are as quick as a 2020 RS5. I actually have a buddy that I did a couple of runs with. He got me a couple of times. I got him a couple of times. Like I said, this engine is limitless to what you can do. So the fourth thing is going to be easy workspace. I mean, in the 2.0 engine, you can literally get to every plug, nick, and cranny without having to take the engine out. You can get to the turbo, you can get to the vacuum pump, you can get to the head, you can get to the serpentine belt. It's just overall just one of the easiest vehicles that I worked on. It's not compact because it's a smaller engine, and I just think that's just a dream. Anyone can really, if they put their mind to it, can work on that car and be able to fit in there. Because when you're dealing with vehicles and if you do DIYs, the hardest part about a vehicle is being able to get to what you need without having to take something else out. And I think that by far the 2.0 turbo is an easy engine to overall work on or to maintenance by yourself. So I definitely would say that's another win for the 2.0 over the S5 and the RS5. Once again, I love my RS5 click. I love my S5 click. It's in my blood. It's in my family, in my DNA. I'm just simply stating a video of the things that why I prefer and why the majority of the people from a numbers perspective prefer, because it's cheaper, because, it's affordable, because you can do more with it. So the fifth thing is going to be, it's just a fun car. It's kind of like like I said the first time, it's nothing like being able to build something. It's nothing like being able to mod something and say you did it yourself, and going to those dynos and just experiencing the growth in your vehicle. I think that Audi 2.0 gives you a great starter platform to work on. The stock ones, they're pretty, they're quick. They can be the, G35 or something like that. They're not slow cars, and I think that they give you a great platform to work with, and ultimately you can take it to where you want to take it to. Like I said, with money, you can make a 2000 hatchback, a 1995 hatchback Honda Accord the fastest car in the world. As a matter of fact, I think that this guy with a GTR who had the record in my city got beat by a guy with a 6-second Honda Accord. He was on a Netflix special. And I mean, it's all about what money you want to put into it. So I just think overall you can put, get you a stage 2 tune, get you a stage 3 tune and get so much out of this car for not too much. Whereas some people have to spend $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 to get their cars as quick as ours. I mean, when you think about it, if you go stage 2, old gen Mustangs, like 2010, 12 can't beat you. You can almost be neck and neck with some quick cars. You won't get slotted with a stage 2 tune. Now when you start going stage 3 and KO4, then you're on another level, and it's not too expensive. And when I say not too expensive, I know that turbos cost money. I'm just speaking on a perspective of what you can do with little to get your car to another level. Right now, I'm beating, some serious cars. Once you go KO4, your car is on another level to where you're competing with some elite cars or some cars made for speed. And when I say made for speed, sports cars that are truly made to go fast. So, I mean, yeah, those are the 5 reasons why I picked the Audi A5 2.0T, which is the same as the A3 and the same as the A6 and the same as the A4. And that's my take on it. If you guys have any reasons why you picked your car, put it in a comment. Like this video, let it go on YouTube's algorithm. Respect to all the other Audi gurus and enthusiasts out there as well. Let's just bring the Audi TFSI, FSI, V7, B8, B9 platform back to the next level, and let's let YouTube know that we're a force to be reckoned with. All right, guys, I really appreciate the love and the support. As always, peace out. Your boy Bruce Custom Motors with another video.